today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, this is the National Football League. We'll see Tyrod Taylor and the LA Chargers taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The veteran Tyrod Taylor gets set to lead this Chargers offense as they take the field.
Many in the outside world see Tyrod Taylor as a bridge quarterback since the Chargers moved on from Philip Rivers and drafted Justin Herbert. But head coach Anthony Lynn, he sees much more than that. They were together as play caller and quarterback in Buffalo when they went to the playoffs. And Coach Lynn believes that Tyrod Taylor can replicate that in Los Angeles.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
With Melvin Gordon moving on to Denver, Austin Eckler is officially the Chargers' #1 option at the running back position. Gordon spent a lot of time holding out last year, and Eckler took full advantage with a breakout season. 92 receptions, 993 yards, and 8 touchdowns. He was in the top 10 in the league in receptions, receiving touchdowns, and all-purpose yards.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Eckler. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Eckler, the ball carrier.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Taylor. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And he can't bring it in. Incomplete. He dropped it on the crossing route. 4th down now. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Mecole Hardman, Pro Bowler last year as a rookie, is deep for KC. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
They often say you can't force situations. You just have to let them happen organically, and that's exactly what happened in Kansas City as Patrick Mahomes took over as the quarterback and has become the face of the franchise in the NFL as we now move into the 101st season. Fourth year in the league, already has an MVP, a Super Bowl title, and a Super Bowl MVP on his resume. 3 huge games in the postseason last year, 10 touchdowns, just 2 interceptions, and 2 more on the ground. He just keeps getting better and better, and every time you watch him play, you want to see more.
And that is incomplete here.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Deep for the Chargers, Desmond King. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Well, the Chargers offense heading back out there. And this, Charles, one of those teams that's kind of hard to get a grasp on for 2020. It would seem that you could make an argument for them being a playoff team, but you might be able to just as easily make an argument for them finishing last in the AFC West.
I can see where people can say that and see both sides of it, but I see this team contending for the AFC West title because this offense, Phillip Rivers won't be there anymore as their quarterback, but whether it's Tyrod Taylor or Justin Herbert, they've got a chance to score some points because Keenan Allen and Mike Williams in that receiving core, not to mention Austin Eckler as the lead runner, they can put points on the board. And let's face it, on defense, that's where they shine. Joey Bosa, Melvin Ingram with the pass rush, Chris Harris added to the secondary, and Derwin James, who was an all-pro as a rookie in 2018, he's fully healthy once again.
Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Taylor looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for the Pro Bowl wideout Keenan Allen there, but now it's 3rd down.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Here's Taylor. He is going to find Hill here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Parking down at the 49. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
He's going to take off with it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
From midfield now, here's Taylor. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Taylor a handoff. It's Eckler. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Number 30, Austin.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Second and 5 now. Taylor, Henry brings it in. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10.
When Hunter Henry entered the league, people were really looking for him to establish himself as one of the best tight ends in the NFL. Ability to run and catch and make plays in open space. But the biggest obstacle he's had is just staying on the field. Ended up missing all 2018 due to injury. But he's right. He is one of the better tight ends and better targets in the AFC West. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Taylor rolling to his left. He'll try and run it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And it's complete. Henry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
4-yard line.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
1st and goal from just inside the 5. On the give, this is Eckler. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now Taylor. And it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it's a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Mecole Hardman. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Well, the defending champs heading back out. And the Chiefs, of course, 12-4 last year, expected to be the favorites to win the AFC West for a fifth straight season. Now, Charles, look, we know how difficult it is to repeat in the NFL as Super Bowl champs. What kind of chances do you give KC of doing so?
Well, let's start with the pessimism, right? Because no one has repeated in the NFL as Super Bowl champs since the Patriots in 2003-2004. Well, let's quickly get to the optimism. Patrick Mahomes is back at quarterback and has his new big-time contract. Don't forget Clyde Edwards-Helaire coming from LSU, the runner. They really think he's going to be valuable from day one. And the defense got better throughout the season last year and really played well in the playoffs, led by Chris Jones. So if you want to beat this team, you got to find a way to outscore them, and that's going to be awfully difficult to do with Patrick Mahomes and that track club he has at receiver.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he comes back with one complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
It's a gain of
and that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
First down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. To the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Chargers' 35-yard line.
2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. A quick slant to Hill. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Tyreek Hill certainly makes the front office look good when they spend a 5th-round pick on a guy. Then in his first 4 seasons, 4 Pro Bowl nominations. Anytime he touches the football, he's a threat to take it the distance. Hard to get on the ground one-on-one in the open field. If you miss, in the blink of an eye, he's putting 6 on the board.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is caught by Watkins. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins, for the Kansas City first.
Sammy Watkins is a former first-round pick in the NFL, and he sure reminded us during Kansas City's run to the playoffs last season. 10 catches in the AFC Championship game and a 98-yard receiving game in Super Bowl 54. He did talk about possibly stepping away and getting some time in the offseason, but Kansas City very happy to have him back in their lineup and in their fold.
Now Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll set them back 5.
Still first down.
That false start costly. Moves them back to the 9 now, 1st and goal. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Edwards-Helaire, the ball carrier.
So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Mahomes going to throw. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown.
Complete to Tyreek Hill.
4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no return here for Reed. This will be a touchback.
25-yard line.
Charger drive about to get going. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, Taylor. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And now it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Taylor. He's got a man. It's Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
When I watched Mike Williams play receiver at Clemson, one of the things I was drawn to is toughness. This is a guy who took some big-time hits out in the field as the #1 receiver and kept finding ways to make plays, and finally it's paid off for him because in 2019 had his first 1,000-yard season in the NFL and averaged over 20 yards per catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Taylor. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a toss, running left, Eckler. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Not your normal call in short yardage, but the toss works very well there. Big people out in front, being physical, and they pick up a 1st down.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Tackled back at the
He's got exactly what you're looking for. The ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Taylor. Allen's got it complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I enjoy watching Keenan Allen play. Such passion, such drive, such physicality. 104 receptions last year, 1,199 yards, 6 touchdowns. He's made 3 straight Pro Bowl appearances, in addition to 3 straight seasons, over 1,100 yards receiving. I don't know how you rate him, but defensive players, they rate him awfully high.
They'll try to pick up the 1st with Eckler. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4 down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Here is Eckler. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 35 on second down, Taylor escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Taylor, it's Hill, complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Chargers have taken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Badgley on for the extra point. He's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Hardman on the return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Brings up 2nd.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Mahomes to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
And a
But
first
one of the
down.
ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mahomes firing complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. More from L.A. in a moment. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Mahomes to throw once more. And his throw is incomplete. DeMarcus Robinson, the intended target on that one. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And again, it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
14, Chiefs 10.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27.
LA set to take over again on offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Taylor and the Chargers come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll throw from the gun. And caught by Henry. And he's taken down way at the 45-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Draw play. It's Eckler. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 28. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll run here with Eckler. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Flush to his right. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Alex Okafor on the tackle. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Badgley able to punch this one through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
Chiefs 10.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Mahomes converted the field goal. Now he handles the kickoff duties. Here's Hardman on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
On the return, the Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
Out comes Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
I know it's a little bit of a cliche to talk about all the tight ends who are really wide receivers in the NFL, but Travis Kelce fits that perfectly. He led all tight ends last season with over 1,200 yards receiving, 4th in the NFL. I think he's one of the gold standards in the league for the tight end position, and I don't know if anyone has any more fun playing the game than Travis Kelce.
Second down and 5. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's complete to Robinson. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 29.
Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaims center stage. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. To throw is Taylor. They complete it to Hill. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll throw on 1st down with Taylor. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 2nd and 6. Taylor will throw again. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Mike Williams, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gott.
The Super Bowl champs trailing here, but they will get the ball first to begin quarter number 3. Here's Hardman on the return. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. The tight end, Kelsey, was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
It's 4th down.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. He's hoping to take what has been a good game here and make it a great game. So far, solid, and we're still in the third quarter.
And there's nothing wrong with solid. You want to be that. You want to be reliable. You want to be a guy that puts your team in a position to have a chance to win. And that's what we're seeing from him. And there's also that added element that maybe it can become a little bit more as this game goes on.
He'll try to make it more here on this drive. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
To Hunter Henry.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Going on the ground with Eckler, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On first down, it's Taylor. That one complete to Hill. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Second down, Taylor's throw incomplete.
He's just not had his focus in this game. It's not 1 drop. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Gets it into the hands of Allen on the jet sweep. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Taylor. Caught by Allen. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
27.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On the ground, it's Eckler. Down to the 25.
Eckler, the ball carrier.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Taylor. He'll get this to Eckler. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. From the gun, it's Taylor. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, 29 yards. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game, so they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. Lead is up to 14. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Hardman on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
KC's offense ready to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now right away, he'll look to throw. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown.
Touchdown, Chargers.
The offense Cards, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Badgley on for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Here's Hardman on the return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now here comes Kansas City. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he gets us up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Now the throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. He's got daylight. The 30. And they're going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA.
Touchdown, Chargers.
So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a 2nd time.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here's Hardman on the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
And out come the Chiefs now. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, right at the 30. He'll throw from the gun. Open man is Hill. He's got it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
1st down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
They're going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
3rd quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 16. He got 29 yards that time.
1st down, Chiefs.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Third down.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Mahomes to throw once more. The Charger D making things difficult, and it's 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
It's now 4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go with Williams. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer 3rd, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 2nd and 9, Taylor complete. It's Henry. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Taylor a handoff, it's Eckler. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. It's Eckler again. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, partner, Marvin, our number 1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
Brought him down.
The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now Eckler. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 38.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The ball carrier.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
3rd and 4.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Open man, it's Allen. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 7 from the 20. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 14.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
And not what you're looking to do on 3rd and 1, completing the pass, but going backward.
I have zero explanation for that because 3rd and 1, you just figure snap, throw, first down, right? Easy play. But end up losing yardage on it. That's hard to account for.
A 33-yard attempt.
Badgley's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger.
Chargers 41, Chiefs 10.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Long converted the field goal. Now he handles the kickoff duties. Here's Hardman on the return. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
On the return, the Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Travis Kelce, the all-pro tight end, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And they'll go back to Kelce. This time it's caught. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards, a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. Mahomes 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And again, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelce. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now it's Mahomes again. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Taylor and the Chargers come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. He'll hand off here to Eckler. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Charvarius Ward there to make the stop.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. And to give this time to the tailback. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, it's Taylor. And that is incomplete. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
Results in a 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Taylor. And Allen's got it. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Ball carrier.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
It's now 4th down and less than a yard.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And he's able to pick up the... He goes down at the 26. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
16-yard. Brenton, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.